like the
Oh,
1, 2.
sorry. I was looking at my character sheet. That's why I'm not seeing it. There we go.
So enable 3D dice and automatically roll 3D dice should be checked.
Both of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That is
You bet.
accurate.
I will roll.
Oh, do you have you don't have Twitch up yet, do you?
No.
70, 70.
Whoa, 99.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna change this source.
Potential 299.
I'm gonna do that last week. 20.
You all die.
Yeah.
Start over.
Man, I ate way too fast.
That's about the perfect median roll right there.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
Or they call it law of average.
I mean, that's like dead center.
Perfect. All right.
I hope everything's okay, Johnny.
Yeah, everything's fine. My wife's cousin is an idiot.
Oh.
And I need goblins. Goblins. Alrighty.
I'm gonna have to get a snake just to compete with the birds. I think I'm gonna have to make that happen.
Can you get the snake to eat the birds?
No.
No, we don't want to do any of that.
All right.
My,
I'm gonna have to work out real estate because if I'm trying to show the chat window on the stream, I'm not able to get into the journal, so I may be a little bit slower on things. So I apologize. All right, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay,
Good.
all the dice work.
Go.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna start the music over again.
Oh, wait, hold on. That I have to launch. Cool, I'm in.
Okay, starting the music. And we're going live. Hi, and welcome to episode 3 of The Lost Mines of Phandelver, a Twitch experiment with DM Charlie Gaming. I'm DM Charlie, and running down the line, we have Dysall. Say hello, Dysall.
Good afternoon.
We have Finn. Say hello, Finn. That's you, Chuck.
Hey, sorry, guys. Hello.
And then we have John playing Jahan. Yeah, very easy. Say hi, John.
Evening, everyone.
And we have Forrest playing Tebian, aka Teb. Say hello, Teb.
Hey.
And last but not least, we have Tialthop, our own Johnny. Say hi, Johnny.
Hello.
Hi. All right, when last we left off last week, the party had just entered into the cave mouth of the goblin hideout. And if you were watching along in Twitchland, yes, you do have the DM's view, but I'm moving in closely, so there will be no spoilers. You had just finished dealing with the 3 rabid wolves that had been chained to the stalagmite inside the cave. The rushing water gurgles behind you. Here, whoops, I'm trying to click on the wrong thing. Here to the west, disappearing into the darkness of the tunnels. How would you like to proceed?
Alrighty.
Can I hear anything, voices or anything that might give me a sense of a direction to head off into?
Go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
Sure thing.
Perception roll of 20. Very well done.
Hey.
Unfortunately, all Finn can hear is that rushing of water. It occludes any other noises that may be of value from the hideout.
I have a quick question about this room. Is there anything else in the room of importance, or is it just the 3 dead wolves or puppies and so on and so forth?
Investigating the room, you see that over here in the eastern end is a narrow, rubble-choked fissure that seems to climb up into the darkness 25, 30 feet. At the edge of your vision, you see that it does appear to let out into a chamber up above.
I don't know if that's necessarily the best way to go, but I think, you know, the path most traveled might be a good idea rather than going through a rubble-strewn hole in the ceiling that goes upward.
Yeah, I think I can get a sense of maybe some sort of bridge or something up ahead. Not quite, can't quite tell, but
Yeah, I see a corner of that.
Maybe
and
we
it
should
also
proceed
appears
north.
that there's a path off to the west as well.
Indeed. At the edge
I
of
saw
your
you-
vision, you do see what appears to be some sort of gap or rubble-strewn fissure on the western end of the western side of the river that trickles down through the caverns. Here on the east, there is a path. You do see that there are rough natural stairs that lead upwards, climbing an elevation fairly steeply.
Perhaps one of our sneaky types could get up there. Charlie, as a matter of just follow up from last week,
Okay.
did we need to note any experience from the wolves or the second encounter with goblins?
Negative. You've only earned the 75 from the original ambush, and you will obtain your experience points after this particular portion of the adventure is concluded.
Thank you. So the experience was for the encounter, not for the actual individual creatures.
Right. 75 each.
I want to
I
check
s-
out the that hole in the wall that leads up.
Absolutely.
I want to see if I can check how easily I could climb it.
Of course. Go ahead and approach the fissure. It's over here in the east. Looking at it, you realize that you would need to make a climbing or an athletics check. So athletics. Do you attempt to climb?
Would I be able to use like acrobatics?
Not really applicable in this situation because acrobatics is how well you flip and balance, and this is more, fingertip climbing up a chimney that's going to rely more on your strength. I do see where you're going though.
Then no.
Okay.
No, I don't believe I would be able to make that one.
Okay, perfect. Moving back to John, I heard you had a question.
Now I was going to ask Dysol if he wanted to stealth out front and see what leads north and east and that split east and west.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay, so I'll go into stealth.
Okay. 13 stealth. Thank you very much. Now, while you're in the caves, I'll need you to roll a stealth when I call for it, or every 30 feet.
All right, I'm gonna cross over the water here.
Okay. As you cross, you are flush up against the cave side, and the water is cold and chilly, obviously coming from somewhere deep inside the caves, but it reaches up to just right below your buttocks, halfling. So it's not very deep, especially for the taller members of the party.
Okay.
The bottom, you will note, however, is rock strewn and while not difficult terrain, it is inconvenient to traverse.
All right. Now, is this ledge scalable
Right here,
along the edge here?
the water just comes running flush up to the cavern wall.
Okay.
To the north, yes, that ledge is only a few inches out of the water, and when you approach, you see that there is a rubble scree that kind of fills the slope down into the water, as though maybe something had collapsed some time ago from up above. Whether it be stone or built, you don't know.
Okay. Well, then I'll make the move up there so that I've actually done that to do my stealth check.
Okay, perfect. Looking inside of the fissure, you see four right here. Yeah, the main passage of the cave mouth climbs steeply upward, the stream plunging and splashing down its west side. In the shadows, the side passage leads west across the other side of the stream. Looking at it, you see that it is choked with rubble and has very steep escarpments. You can see one here and one further up.
Okay.
It looks as though you would probably need to really scramble and use some care in climbing up.
Okay. Doable but difficult.
Yes.
All right. Then I'm going to try to peek as far ahead as I can. I do have dark vision to help a little.
Ah, perfect. Then there in the distance, in the shadows of the ceiling to the north, you can just make out a dim shape of a rickety bridge of wood and rope crossing over the passage ahead of you. Another passage intersects this one 20 feet above the floor. And you can see the bridge here?
Okay. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Could you
I'm gonna make
please
a
give me... yeah, perception roll?
Yes.
Excellent.
7.
Okay. The bridge appears to be unoccupied.
Okay. Wonderful. I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to shift back along the water's edge.
Okay.
Giving you another stealth check when I get back to my companions.
Thank you.
And I will relay everything that I have heard and seen.
All right.
So, as a recap, you
Yes.
have found there to be a fissure. Wow.
As
I-
you are trembling down the stream and attempt
before
to climb
you
up on
take-
the ledge. Yep.
I do have
Oh, come
lucky.
on. You do have what? Oh, half.
halfling up lucky.
Halfling's luck.
Yeah. When you roll a 1 on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can re-roll the die and must use the new roll. A double 1. Yeah, go ahead, re-roll. Actually,
While you were
I missed
rolling
my cue.
stealth
You rolled a
here
double
anyways.
1. There we go.
I don't even know
That's
how I
appropriate.
managed.
All right, go ahead and re-roll. Much, much better. All right. Okay, perfect. You make it back into the kennel chamber with your companions.
Okay. Just up ahead, there's a path that leads off to the left. It's rocky and slippery terrain, but it's doable. We can make it across. We're just going to have to finesse it. If we follow the road, it veers off to the right, and there's an intersecting tunnel with a bridge about 20 feet up.
Oh, so the bridge is about 20 feet off the ground.
Yes.
With the water running underneath it. That seems like a good point to be spotted, and it would be difficult for us to see anyone up there. My vote is for traversing this fissure that you mentioned over in this area.
I'm game.
Yeah, I didn't notice anybody on the bridge. I did look.
I'm game
But-
for the left path.
Yeah, let's take it.
Before I leave the mouth of the entrance that we're in, Charlie, I'm gonna roll stuff.
Alrighty.
I guess
Okay.
since we're trying to be nice and quiet, I will also roll stealth. I don't know how stealthy I am, but hey, we'll give it a shot.
Look at that.
All right. Thank you. Very nice.
I'm just going to move inside to make a little more room and wait the next stealth roll.
Charlie, since I can see the bridge, can I roll a perception on the bridge?
Absolutely. Feel free. How about TL and Teb? What are they doing?
I am going to roll. I'm going to attempt to roll a stealth as well and
Okay.
move up with the group.
Nice roll.
Very nicely done. And Teb?
He will do the same. It's not gonna be good.
Hey, Dicehall, are you able to move any further in? No, there you go. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and move out, Teb.
Okay.
And John, as you guys are moving in, Teb steps out and kicks a very large rock that clatters and lands with a sploosh into the water. It's at that point that John, looking at the bridge, you see the goblin pull his finger from his nose and look up with a start, and he shouts a word. Does anybody speak goblin?
Oh, hold on, I think I might.
I don't think so.
I do speak Goblin.
Do not.
Speaking goblin, you hear a word that translates as flood, intruders, flood. And you hear the knocking of rocks and then the horrifying sound of water coming rushing down the tunnel. And your poor DM is
That's
looking
no
for
good.
the actual sound effect. Because it's very cool, I swear to God. Right.
Pretty ominous.
Yeah, especially since I said... Oh, there it is, at the very bottom. He says, flood! And then you hear the rocks crack, and then the rush of water filling up the tunnel. As the water comes pouring down around you with the mighty roar of water, go ahead and make strength saving throws, TL, John, and Ted. All right, TL, you are knocked off of your feet. Make a dexterity saving throw to avoid being rushed out of the cave. Ooh. TL falls under the flood of water and comes rushing out of the cave.
Can I grab him as he goes by me?
I will allow an attempt. And let me see. You get knocked and battered amongst the rocks. And I will roll that. Taking 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
I can handle that, I think.
Yeah, as we DMs. Alright, so you would you'd like to grab him, so go ahead and make a athletics check or an acrobatics check as he comes rushing by you. Acrobatics. Unfortunately, he slips just out of your fingers and
no.
washes up on the wet grass just to the south of the cave mouth.
How deep is the water that me and Teb are in?
Well, now that it's flooded past and gushed out the mouth of the cavern, it's just wet, as though like a heavy rainstorm had swept through. The level of the water has subsided to the original flow.
I think I'll wait here until he comes back through the mouth of the cave.
Okay.
All right. I will.
Thank you for that, Bella. We worked pretty hard on our overlay this week. All right. Teal, were you moving stealthily or were you just moving in?
I did not roll for stealth.
You
so...
did not. So guess what? In Goblin, one more time, you hear him yell, "They're coming again! They're coming again!" And you hear that sound of rocks and the rush of water again. However, knowing what's coming, I give you advantage. So everyone go ahead and make that strength saving throw.
Do Dicehall and I still need to do that? Or are we safe?
No, Dicehall and Finn are safe up in the chamber. Alright. This time, both Teb and John lose their footing. Oh, wait. No, yep. John does not. Teb does. Teb loses his footing. Make that dexterity saving throw, sir.
Come on, you can do it.
He can't do it.
Oh! And out
is,
he shoots outside the cave.
They're going to run out of water eventually.
That is
That's our
the
plan.
hope, right?
Is that our plan?
Battered and bruised, you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
If you ever make it up here to the cleric. Oh yeah, the cleric doesn't have any healing spells.
Ted might need to just take a long rest out here.
You see the goblin disappear off of the bridge.
As the water subsides, I don't want to go through that again, so I am going to move to the other side. Do you want me to stealth first? Can I?
Absolutely.
Oish.
Ugh,
Oh, the dice are with us today.
Yes, they are.
not very good. Splashing and crashing. Teb, do you want to join the party or rethink your life choices?
Ted's got 2 of 8 hit points left. Ted is going to sit here and think for a few minutes.
I don't
I
blame
do have one. I do have.
Ted's not had a good couple days. Ted's going to sit here and think.
He has
I do have
not.
one spell slot left. I do.
All right. You are a party of experienced adventurers, experienced players. You should be okay. Okay.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'm
there-
waiting
is there
for the
a-
group to catch up here.
All right.
Is there a location up here where I can tie off the rope?
Hi, Cabot.
That's me.
Location up. Oh, thanks, Johnny. A place where you can tie off a rope, Dicehall. No, actually, as you stand at the base of the first small escarpment that's maybe 10 feet high, you realize that it's just rough rock and like dirt clods, like you see like in old construction sites, and you couldn't even drive a python without just knocking more of it loose. Do you want to scramble up to the first escarpment up here?
Well, we're gonna have to push forward a little bit just to give them some space.
So I
Yeah.
cannot I cannot see anything from about where my character is standing to about right here. It's just black.
That could be because you don't have.
Yeah, you don't
Dark
have dark
vision.
vision.
Oh.
Hey, Charlie,
Yes.
Teb's got disguise self, so can I use that to make myself look like one of the goblins and say I have 2 limbs or 2 legs and 2 arms, just like I do?
I will allow it. You're a big goblin.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, I may need one of you guys to escort me through this little area. I don't want to trip and fall.
They have these things. They're usually in your adventures packs.
Ah, yes.
So I'm gonna yell up into the cave that I'm disguising myself, so my party doesn't kill me as I walk up towards them.
Goblin, shoot him.
Can I, how do I turn on the torch?
Oh, here. I will give you vision. Just 1 second.
I will take one torch out of my inventory.
And what I am doing, if you are new to Roll20 and haven't done this, is every character, you go into the edit right here. You'll have details, GM notes, dynamic lighting. You turn on emits light, and a torch is 20 feet, and it also has an additional 20 feet of low light. So I add those in, I save settings, and TL should now be able to see. Are you?
I can. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, TL.
Yes, sir.
Hey, TL.
Yes,
That
sir.
also shows them exactly where we are.
Yeah, it does kind of negate some of our stealthiness, but that's fine.
Then-
We need him to be able to see too, so we can still proceed for it. By now, they know we're here, so
I would think so.
humans and their weak eyes.
Is everybody here?
He's a
Including the goblin?
dragonborn.
Dragons and their weak eyes.
Well,
Is everybody
I-
here?
yeah,
I think we're all.
I think we're
clustered
kinda all on
into
top
this
of each
little
other.
alcove,
Clustered.
so-
How much do you weigh, Dysol, as you scramble up that first escarpment?
Halfling is
12 pounds.
I don't know. I would say
Go
about
to-
70.
go to bio, and right at the top, it'll tell you your age, your size, your height, your weight, your eyes, your skin, and your hair.
If you put that in.
If you did put that in.
That's not there.
Okay.
Oh, hi, we got a new viewer, another TV viewer. Welcome, welcome. Hope you enjoy. We're a bunch of crazy old beardies trying to be cool.
Oh, yeah, so that would happen. I think he weighs like pretty much the same as a fat toddler. I don't know how much that is, but he's also got armor and stuff on. So let's, that
It'd be
You're
about
spiking at
weight.
85.
Yeah.
no, I'd be about 95.
All right. As the halfling scrambles up the loose stone of the lower escarpment, rocks begin to give way underneath your meager weight. Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Ready?
Nice.
There
Nicely
you
done.
go.
The rocks and escarpment give way underneath your meager weight, and you come down in a shower of stone and throat-clogging dust. However, you made your saving throw, so you only take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you are bruised and battered and knocked on your can. Now you will actually have to attempt to climb to get up the escarpment to the west.
Can I make a suggestion? Can we go the other way so we don't die climbing up through this cave?
There may be people shooting arrows at us the other direction now. So those might not be healthy.
No, but we can fight those. We can't fight rocks.
Well, they're up 20 feet in the air on that bridge, so it may be a little hard. I will be happy though. I think someone needs a heal. Jeff,
Yes.
Don't you have like 2 health points left?
I
or
have
something?
I have 2 health
Not looking-
points, and I
not
still
looking
look like a
good.
goblin, a very big goblin.
I'm gonna
5 foot
heal
tall
this
goblin.
big old goblin here. So I will be casting Cure Wounds on the tall goblin.
All right.
As a 5 foot tall goblin, I could make you all look like prisoners as we walk through the cave.
Well, we probably should have thought of that a little earlier.
Hey, you know,
Did it actually?
it really came into my head when I thought 2 hit points left. You know.
Your healing magics
It's
heal.
stalling. The healing magic is stalling on me.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulties.
I am having some technical difficulties. One moment, please. Let somebody else do something while I'm figuring out how to heal.
Alrighty.
How tall did you say that? Rock
Well,
wall
normally-
in front of us?
The escarpment that remains to the northwest is about 10 feet, 15 feet at most. But the material is the same as the one that came down on top of Dysol. So you realize it's probably not going to bear a lot of weight. It's going to be difficult to climb.
Really loose.
Yeah, yeah.
Should we just back up and go? It looks like there's
We're pretty
More-
much stuck going towards the arrows now.
unless we got like a grappling hook or something, which I don't believe I have. It's gonna help us,
Dungeoneers. What's in a Dungeoneers pack, Charlie?
or an explorer's pack, I guess.
So everything that's in there will be in your inventory.
Okay.
Yep. But because equipment. Pro tip for all you kids out there in D&D land: tabs on your reference materials makes you way faster. All right, adventuring gear. Dungeoneer's pack includes a backpack, crowbar, a hammer, 10 pythons, 10 torches, a tinderbox, 10 days of rations, and a water skin. Also has 50 feet of hempen rope. And the other one you wanted to know was the explorer's pack.
I
Yes.
did not. I have a Dungeoneers, but okay.
I have an explorer's.
Backpack, bedroll, mess kit, tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days of rations, a water skin, and also another 50 feet of hempen rope.
I don't know. I mean, like, does anybody have an axe we could tie the rope to? I have a javelin.
Hey, I finally figured out how to heal.
Woohoo!
Goblins, 7 health.
That's awesome.
Well,
Goblin.
I am gonna go back to the mouth of the entrance to this part of the cave. I'm gonna roll stealth, and I'm gonna look to see if roll another perception on this area to see if anybody's on that bridge.
I follow. You are quite certain you don't see any nose-picking goblins on the bridge watching down the tunnel mouth.
I'll say to the guys, it's clear now, but that doesn't mean they're not waiting to ambush us.
Well, if I can squeeze to the front, I'll start trying to creep up.
I'll cross.
I mean, I can lead the way with my shield raised to try and.
Yeah, I think we can abandon the stealthy approach at this point. We've fallen down. We've been washed out of the cave twice. Like,
Yeah.
Ev's
Stealth
pulling
is
his
not
crossbow out
happening.
and getting
Yeah.
behind everybody.
Let me lead this way.
Walk this way.
Uh-huh. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Are we going under this bridge, I assume?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. All right. As you walk underneath the overpass, the stream passage continues up another set of uneven steps ahead, bending eastward as it goes. A waterfall sounds out from a larger cavern somewhere ahead of you. And that is my cue. Waterfall.
Chasing them.
Don't go chase. Oh, Chuck. Stop here. I hope that they don't see me, but I do see them.
Yes, trolls normally hang out underneath bridges. Look, Bella. Fortunately, I didn't have the money to hire one for today's adventure.
I can see at least 3 mobs up ahead. Shall I just...
They know we're here.
Yeah, might as well.
I mean,
And as soon as you poke your head around the corner, the goblins let loose with a war cry, and arrows come spacking against the tunnel walls down the stairs, which you are climbing. All right, let me bring these little fellows all out. He's on the right level. 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 We are going to sort the initiative. All right, goblin number 1. He comes running out of the shadows. He sights on you, Tial. He lifts that short bow, pulls it back to his ear. The fletching flies out. What's your armor class?
It is 18.
18. The arrow explodes uselessly against the stone walls you're standing behind. His little companion moves forward here so he can draw a line of sight on you, and another short bow arrow comes flying towards you. This one cracks uselessly against an intervening stalagmite. Teal, the initiative is yours.
Terrific. I am going to move to here. I am going to use my Dragonborn breath weapon. And I would like, I apologize, I haven't figured out how to use the little shapes that we have, but I would like to...
All right, I will bring the things for. So if you're watching in our chat window, I am going over to the journal of the game, and I go down and I have installed area. Whoops, you can't see it. I need to move it down where you can see it. I have installed area of effect templates for use of the players. Alright, because this is a breath weapon, what kind of breath weapon is it?
Lightning.
Lightning! Blue.
I am a blue Dragonborn.
Blue is the color, so we use a cone, and it is a 15-foot.
It is 5 by 30 foot line damage.
5 by 30 foot line damage. That's what I just got done saying. Thank you. And 5 by 30. There we go.
Very narrow cone.
There you go. Feel free to move and use.
Alright, let me see if I can... There we go. And I can rotate it. I might be able to get everybody.
All 4 of them.
Yeah, I can hit all 4 of them.
That would be awesome.
No, that would not be awesome, John. That would not
Yes,
be
it
awesome.
would.
No, it wouldn't.
I Yep. It looks like I can hit all 4 of them.
The DC for this saving throw equals 8 plus your Constitution modifier plus your proficiency bonus. What is your Constitution modifier?
1, and proficiency bonus is 2.
So that is an 11. Yikes. I'm going to select them from the back end. And I am using the macro check. And this is a dexterity check. Constitution. Yeah, dexterity for me. Dexterity. Just making absolutely certain. Alright, and out they go. Ooh, the lightning just ratchets through all of the goblins, and their bodies go stiff as they quiver with the electrical energy that is just coruscating through their little green bodies. You smell blistering skin and cooking hair. Roll that damage.
2d6, I believe.
Alrighty. Holy crikey. All 3 of them just stand there goggle-eyed, smoke issuing from their ears, and looking like they have just been put through the ringer. Do you have anything else you would like to do?
That is it for my turn.
I think that was more than enough.
Turn, brother.
Thank you.
Well done. And the last feller. There we go. I want to give him his damage. Alright, John, what are you going to do?
I'm going to move up. 2, 3, 4. What is my 35? 5, 6, 7.
Oh, hey, welcome, Johnny Ranch.
I'm going to take a swing at this goblin with my quarterstaff.
Right on. Unfortunately, the little guy ducks underneath your overhand swing, and your quarterstaff cracks uselessly against the stalagmite. Do you have a bonus action or anything you would like to pull?
I do. I'm going to hit him with my fist. Monk unarmed.
The monk lashes out with a fist. Oh, and your knuckles skid uselessly across the leather armor that covers his small back. All right.
That's my turn.
Thank you. Teb.
All right. Teb's gonna move up as well.
Hey, welcome, J. Mitch.
Hello.
Welcome. We've got Johnny Ranch and J. Mitch.
And just because I have seen you guys in my games before, when we do some one-shots coming up, now that we're getting this all settled out, we will probably be Twitch streaming those as well, some of them, if you are interested. Just, I'll put it out there in DM Charlie Gaming on Discord, and if you want to, just let me know, and you can be a part of this fun nonsense. Isn't that right, guys? Everyone say, yay!
Yay.
Clearly, I'm not paying you enough. I pay you nothing, so that's why it's...
Wait a minute. We're getting paid?
All right. Teb, what do you want to do, brother?
So Teb still looks like a huge goblin right now. So right in the middle of this group, he's going to cut his finger, drop some blood on the ground, and cast Bane on 3 of these goblins. He's gonna yell as he casts it. They probably think he's about to help them, but he's screwing them over.
All right, and I will read this for the people out there in Twitch land if you can't see it. Up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range must make charisma saving throws. Whenever the target fails the saving throw, an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number from the roll, the attack roll or saving throw. So for the goblins, not good news. Okay, so that is charisma saving throws against your spell save of D3. 13. And which 3 were you targeting? Your 3 closest?
Our closest 3, yes, sir.
Okay. There is no. Okay. One passes. Oh, there it goes. Second one passes. Oh, come on. You deserve some luck here, Ted.
It's not been my weekend, man.
You want to say anything to the dice gods?
Change the color.
You got to change the color of the dice.
Dice
telling
roll
you.
out. Oh, and it's a success! And
Yeah.
Bane drops on one of the goblins. So, let me give you this. And then let me mark the little fellow that he has been Bane. Okie doke. I am going to come in here and move this because this is probably confusing for our viewers. Alright, anything else, Ted?
That is it. Eb's gonna stand here and act like he's defending the other goblins.
Okay, perfect. Oh, that's right. You look like a goblin. Yeah.
Big goblin.
This goblin lifts his scimitar and swings it at the monk. What is your armor class, Jean?
Is a 16.
You easily sidestep the goblin's ham-handed attempt to cut into your skin. Dice off.
I'm gonna go in a stealth.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna try to.
Okay. Well, keep in mind that because they are distracted in combat, I will be using their passive perception, and goblins are notoriously easily distracted. Yeah. So you feel like you've just blended into the shadows. And then I did have a message from one of our viewers. How do I sound now? Said I was hard to
Right.
hear. Anyone?
You were
I
good
think you sound
for
great.
me the whole time.
You sound good
Yeah.
to me, yeah.
It could be Twitch land. Who knows?
Could be.
Alrighty. So you have dropped into the shadows, dice all. Anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna move. And I can move to here. And I'm gonna try to get a sneak attack on this gentleman.
Okay, keep in mind you are standing right now on a stalagmite.
Ah.
So you started here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I would let you squeeze between the stalagmite and the goblin.
Okay.
Eb's making a fake swing at him, just for appearance sakes.
Okay.
I can't move myself at this point.
You're probably locked up on a wall. It happens with the dynamic lighting.
There.
Okay, which one do you want to hit? This one or this one?
This one.
Perfect. Go ahead and attempt the leather-clad little bogey picker. The short sword sings out and slashes into the goblin. Go ahead and roll damage. Your single downward stroke ends the goblin's lifetime aspirations in death. Blood splatters all over your feet.
Nice.
Very good.
All right, anything else, Rogue?
No, I am out of actions.
All right, this goblin steps out of the way of his baned companion, lifts that short bow to his ear. A black arrow comes sailing at you, halfling, and it punches into you. The halfling goes down, the fletching buried into his chest for 6 points of damage. You are now at 0. On your next turn, you will have to make your first death saving throw unless one of your companions is able to stabilize or heal you. Cool?
Absolutely.
Finn, the halfling has just gone down. You hear a sickening wet pa-chunk, an ugh, and a thud somewhere in the cavern above.
4, 8, 5. I don't have a lot of movement here. I think I will hold my position. I can't get to whoever just hit the ground.
I can help.
Sounds like it was the rogue. So I will shoot at goblin here, hoping it is not Hebian dressed up like a goblin.
The crossbow bolt sails out the iron dart, disappearing in the darkness, and you hear it spang off of the stone somewhere to the southeast of the cavern. Anything else?
That's me. That's it. I have no
Alright.
spells.
Alright, the goblin turns, wondering why his companion at his back, who he doesn't quite recognize, isn't really getting stuck in, but hey, it's a fight, and swings that scimitar at John once again. And you said your armor class was a
16.
16. You bat it aside with your quarterstaff, and he fails to land a blow. The goblin with the bane on him takes a step, pulls back with the arrow, and lets fly at Finn.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, what's your armor class, Finn?
87?
87? Oh, that arrow misses.
18.
18. Well, unfortunately, the goblin rolled a 19. The arrow slams into your thigh. A gout of blood comes splashing out for 5 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
All right, Teal.
All right, I am going to move. Let's see. I'm gonna probably take a attack of opportunity. I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to here, and I am going to speak a word of prayer to my God and lay hands on my fallen comrade, giving him 5 points of health.
Nicely done.
I will put that in the chat so that
Hope you survived the attack of opportunity.
You know what? Finn, go ahead and take that damage back. I forgot to roll for the Bane. He rolled a 2, rolled a 19, so it would not, after all, hit.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Hebian.
nice Bane.
All right. So, yes, you lay hands on
Feel much better.
Dysol.
Me too.
That
I did something right.
That depletes my pool of lay hands. My God helps.
Let's do a better one. I like this one better. There we go. Healing suffuses the halfling. How much did you give him? 5?
5 points.
Perfect. Yeah. There you go, Dysol. All right. Perfect. John.
I'm going to take another swing at the goblin in front of me.
Alrighty. You crack him soundly in the head. And with that, with a sickening crack, the goblin goes down as your brutal assault leaves him battered with a broken head.
Nice.
I am going to move through him, through Teb, and you said it got all 4 of them, right? The lightning?
Correct.
Yes.
And move here, and I'm going to take my unarmed strike at this goblin here.
Okay.
If it will roll.
Your unarmed strike punches the goblin soundly in his big, bulbous nose. Roll damage.
For 4 damage.
There's a sickening crack as you drive his nose bones up into the pea-side brain. The goblin drops into the muddy verge of the pool next to you.
Nice. That is my movement and action.
All right, Teb.
Teb's gonna move around his partners here right next to the Bane guy, look at him and smile, pretend he's about to help him, and lay a firebolt on him.
Alrighty. He throws himself flat, and that firebolt slams against the cave wall, causing burns and scorch marks, knocking some gravel aside, but no actual damage to the combatant. Anything else you want to do, Tim?
Nope, that's all I got.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna look at him and kind of put my hands up.
Like, oops. Alright. From the cave to the south, you see a small shape come scurrying to the side. Short bow lifted and the arrow flies out at you, Ted. And your armor class is a what?
9.
A 9. You yelp as the arrow smacks right into your gluteus, doing 6 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
Back to that point.
You hear snarling and growling coming from inside the cave, and a large wolf appears at the base of the stairs. 1 second while I catch up with this.
This is not going well, fellas.
No.
No, not at all.
Alright. Dysol.
I'm gonna stand up and then try to go into stealth if I'm able to.
Absolutely. Okay.
Going to advance. Let's see. 15. 20 to there. And I'm gonna fire a short bow at the wolf.
Alright, the halfling lifts the bow and arrow to his ear, releases his fingers cleanly, the arrow sails, punches into the wolf's flank. It lets out a yarp of pain. Roll damage.
Okay, and do I include stealth on that?
You do indeed.
Okay, and how would I... Okay, here's the bow damage,
Correct?
and it's 1d...
Sneak attack should be 2d6.
And there should be a button you can turn on
Okay, so...
in your attacks and spellcasting.
Yes, damage.
Ooh, very nice. The arrow sails
14.
out, and it's a terminal shot, sending the
Yeah.
wolf directly into heaving death throes. Let's give
Nice shot, Rogue.
Alright, goblin. That is a goblin ex parte. Finn!
Alright, stand back. Cleric time. I move up
Found it.
and take position here and wing my warhammer at this goblin.
Alrighty.
Where I do.
Oh! The goblin picking himself up from where he threw himself in the dirt to avoid that fireball from his ally, narrowly avoids being brained by your warhammer. Do you have a bonus action or anything you'd like to do?
No, I do not.
Did his Bane affect that?
No, it was for him to hit.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Him to hit. Alrighty.
It's a nice try, Teb. I liked it.
Yeah, I was giving it a shot.
I liked it.
I need Bane to work for me in every action I take.
Yeah.
Somehow
All
benefit
actions.
me.
Another goblin steps out of the darkness, lifts that short bow, pointing down the stairs, and he sights the person who killed his friend the wolf. And he lets fly with that arrow. Completely missing you as the arrow disappears with a sploosh in the pool and waterfall behind you. Alright, let me resort it, make sure everything's in order. That is a dead goblin. Delete. There we go. That goblin is still alive. Okay, the goblin with Bane picks himself up and looks at the fact that he is completely surrounded. So he makes a disengage action, making a fighting retreat into the cave to stand with his brethren. Okay, you hear a large, angry bellow from some large creature in the cave, and the attendant chundering footsteps, and you see a shadow pass behind the fire that glows fitfully in that southern cave. Whatever it is, it's taller than the tallest of you, and brandishes a large, evil, heavy-looking morning star. You hear a, "Take this!" and a javelin comes sailing down the steps, aiming right for Teb.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm out of heal.
Eek!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
That's
like
never a
nat
good
one.
sound.
Yeah, and that's odd, it didn't roll damage.
It doesn't have to. No, we're good.
No, it really
No,
really
no.
doesn't.
We're good.
The javelin
A zero?
punches into you, Teb,
A
for
zero?
3 points of damage, running right through your midsection.
Good
Finn,
night, guys.
you are horrified to see a rusted, jagged javelin head punch out through where Teb's kidney should be.
Oh, ouch.
Teal, you will have to make a death saving throw unless you're stabilized on your next turn, okay?
I will.
Yeah.
That will.
Teb,
Yep.
Yeah,
sorry.
To heal.
Foreshadowing. Teal, you're going to have to do that too.
So this was an interesting
Uh,
experiment.
3 weeks! No, it's fine. All right.
Hey, folks, don't take on
Okay,
4 fights in a
let's
row at
see.
level 1 without a short rest.
I will. I will attack the one in front of me with the long sword.
Right on.
Nice hit.
Ooh. Oh, and I don't have any of my freaking spells or anything because I'm a stinking level 1.
It's okay, just kill him.
Nice. That was a good roll.
All right. As you walk into the room, too, this is the large fellow that you are facing.
Oh,
Yikes.
that's
Nope.
scary.
No bueno.
Bugbear.
All right. So,
get fed away.
I completely missed that. You rolled a crit on attacking the goblin, and with a vicious strike, the paladin lops the head straight off of the goblinoid's body, and the corpse flies in 2 directions opposite of each other.
That'll teach him.
That was nicely done. All right,
Thank you.
John.
And I'm going to move to here. And I am going to take a swing at our Baned Coward friend
All right.
with
Relic.
my unarmed.
Your fist lashes out and cracks the goblin
Nice.
right
Nice
between
roll.
the eyes. There's a sickening crunch, and he too drops with a fractured skull, no longer amongst the living.
And I am going to hit the one in front of me with my quarterstaff.
Right on. You spin the
Rally.
quarterstaff, and the goblin dances left and right, and the quarterstaff bangs uselessly against the turf of the cavern floor.
That is
All
my
right.
turn.
Perfect. Teb, go ahead and make that first death saving throw, please.
Click it. It's being suspenseful.
Ooh. And that is a success. 2 more,
Nice.
and you will self-stabilize. All right. Goblin. That is a dead goblin.
That's all I want to do on my turn.
Go into stealth. Go into stealth.
I'm good. I'm done,
Lick,
Charlie.
lick the floor.
You also do, once you were run through with the javelin, yeah, you no longer,
No more bonus actions?
no, yeah.
How about
Come on,
second
man.
strike?
Dysol! Dysol, I know, I'm such a jerk.
You did loot a javelin.
This is true. It's mine, guys.
Possession is 9/10.
Going
It's
to
there.
move over.
You're gonna put it where?
Here so that I can see the bugbear. I'm gonna roll for stealth.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
And shoot a arrow at the bugbear.
Sounds good. Rolling to hit. Oh, the arrow sails out and chunks and sticks uselessly in the bugbear's hide armor. Any bonus actions, Dysol?
That is all for now.
All right, and Finn. Overwhelmed with the gravitas of the situation, Chuck?
Yeah, I'm trying to determine what I could do to help Teb here. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Looking at my character sheet.
I mean, I've already had one successful saving. We'll have to
I
go
know,
around
I'm thinking
from
you're
here.
probably good now.
Not like I'm
I
gonna
can just
get-
walk off.
There's no way I could get 2 double
Fine.
fails. So.
Yeah, you're fine. I'll go ahead and try and stabilize him. Can I roll medicine to try
Yes.
and stabilize him?
Yes. Kneeling down, Finn is able to bind the wounds, and Teb, you are no longer in danger of dying.
Okay.
Can't help. Yeah.
Very good.
But
This goblin, annoyed that John keeps trying to brain him with that big stick, thrusts his scimitar forward. Your armor class is a 19, is that not correct?
9, 16.
16. Oh, with a lucky strike, the goblin drags it across your legs for 4 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Alright, that is a dead goblin. Alright, and now we're around to Clark the Bugbear. Alright, you out there in Twitchland, if you are watching and listening, we can A, attack with a ranged javelin, B, close with the Morning Star, C, attempt to escape because the battle is definitely not going his way. I will give you 1 minute to vote. So what do you guys
Does
think
the
of the
javelin
battle so
one?
far?
It's good.
Good.
It's
I'm gonna go
really
get a
good,
cup of
actually.
coffee while we're waiting on the vote.
Right
How
on.
many javelins does Bugbear here got?
He carries them around like a quiver.
75.
He's got
Oh,
he's got a
goodness.
quiver of javelins.
Yeah.
You guys need to watch out for those things.
Our viewership may have dropped. I'm not seeing any votes in the stream chat.
It looks like there's 10 people viewing. I think
Nice.
what are we,
six,
what are we voting
Yeah,
on?
six of them are us.
Yeah. So okay, so what is Clark the Bugbear going to do? All right, we have a vote for attack with the ranged javelin, and it's ranged javelin, move forward and attack with the scimitar, or C, attempt to flee through the notch to the west because the battle has turned.
Does he have a scimitar or a mace?
He has a Morning Star.
Morning Star.
All right, we've got about 30 more seconds. We have one vote. Looks like J. Mitch C, thank you, is all about letting you guys... We are not loved. Alright. Yeah, I think next we'll have to put like an auto chat thing or whatever they do to do this. Alright. Yes, you are. A, he attacks with the javelin. B, he moves forward and attacks with the Morning Star. Or C, he attempts to flee.
Yeah, still got one more kidney. Go ahead and shoot the jazz.
Right. See, you don't get to vote, Chuck.
Why not?
All right, the votes are in. The people have spoken. Clark steps forward, cocks back with that last javelin, points it right at Tial's head, and lets fly. The javelin sails out. What's your armor class, Tial?
I think.
I'm sorry, 18. It's 18.
The javelin
8.
slams into you, doing 7 points of damage, nearly running you through.
Yeah, that's bad. Bad news for the Dragonborn.
That looks like a human. All right, Teal. We will fix that token, and then everyone that has been watching for 3 weeks will be so confused.
He's human-born.
Human born. All right. It's your turn, Teal. Johnny.
Oh, my apologies. I am going to move up
There you go.
and engage this beast.
He lets out a bloody
Here.
roar.
Here, do not fail me.
Clark smashes your longsword aside with one bestial fist, and he roars in your face. Do you have anything else you'd like to do?
Reroll that attack.
Uh-huh. All right. John has stepped away to get
I'm
a
here.
cup of time.
I'm here.
All right, John. The bugbear has thrown a javelin through the Dragonborn, and then the Dragonborn stepped forward and attempted to slash into him with his longsword, to which the bugbear knocked aside and gave a belligerent, defiant roar in his Dragonborn face.
I also have 3 hit points left.
Cool.
Jahan.
Then we're great. Nice. All right, I am going to unarmed strike the goblin in front of me. If I can find my character sheet.
J. Mitch C out there in Twitchland says, "Oops, sorry." So, if you're gonna have any ire, Tial.
Can we vote amongst us on stopping the votes?
No.
I actually really like that idea. It's a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would
It's
have
a
done the
17
same
to
thing
hit.
for sure.
A 17 to
100%.
hit that cracks right into the goblin's face. Go ahead and roll damage.
7 damage.
Nice.
And you wow, if you can all see this who are watching, you withdraw your bloody fist from the ruins of the goblin's face. The corpse slides off of your hands.
And I am going to take
Nice hit.
a couple steps. What is this, Charlie? Can I get through that? Is that like a fire
That
or
is a
something?
fire. That is a
Okay. Okay.
Don't stand on the fire.
I'm gonna move past TL,
Alright.
flank him, and take a shot with my quarterstaff.
Alright. Wow. With a spinning flourish, you bring the quarterstaff around and crack the bugbear right in the small of the back. Roll damage.
For 4 damage.
For 4 damage. He suddenly staggers as you crack bone in his back.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, Teb, you are stabilized, and so that allows you to sit up at one hit point.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Teb is going to look at his bloody remains and look at the bugbear and yell and shoot a firebolt at it.
All right. Fire leaps from your fingertips. Roll the hit.
Oh, Teb.
Come on.
No, the bugbear turns a shoulder, and all you succeed in doing is scorching a permanent mark on that hide armor.
How do
Anything
you
else?
burn virtual dice? I'm gonna
Change
start-
the color.
I'm gonna start rolling a new character for when this goes.
Dice all.
I'm gonna go into stealth.
Okay.
And instead of moving, I'm gonna stay where I'm at
All right.
and fire with the bow.
Oh. Unfortunately, the arrow sails out. Wait, you are in stealth.
I am
I
in
forget
stealth.
Yeah, you're in stealth. I forget if at first level that confers advantage for sneak attack.
So, yeah, technically, if he at first level, if he goes into stealth, he has no attack.
He has no
That's his
advantage.
action. Yeah, that's his action.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah,
He
yeah,
can't-
yeah.
And
He can't
Justin,
use it as a bonus action until level
Level 2.
2.
and just
Sure.
FYI for you, Dysol, as far as a rogue goes, if anybody else is engaged with him, you don't have to stealth. You'll still have to sneak attack damage.
Yeah.
You could
If
just
he's
shoot
not,
your
that's
arrow
different.
if it
Okay.
hits.
Yeah, just shoot
Yeah.
the arrow.
So you're not. You
Well,
won't
then
get
that-
advantage, but you'll get sneak.
It's all moot because the arrow just goes sailing and lands in the crates in the southern part of the cavern. Finn,
I, seeing the terrible luck that Paladin is having, the cleric steps up and says, "Let me show you how it's done."
Oh, you finally showed up. It's nice to see you.
I had to pick up all you fallen guys back there. I'll swing my warhammer.
no, Clark knocks it aside with the Morning Star. You completely failed to connect. Any bonus actions or anything you want to do?
No, none whatsoever.
Alrighty. Clark looks at the fact that he is now being surrounded, and you can see indecision play on his face. However, he realizes that his foeman right in front of him is egregiously wounded. He lifts that Morning Star on high and attempts to bring it down on Pial's head. From some desperation born of the will to survive, you step aside, and the Morning Star misses. Pial!
All right.
Close.
I am going to end this man. Or this beast. No, I am not. I
No.
am not going to.
He twists and grabs your wrist and shoves you slightly to the side as you attempt to run him through with your longsword. John,
Quarterstaff first.
beating on the bugbear's broad back as he manhandles your companion, your blow connects. Go ahead and roll damage.
5
There's-
damage.
There is a loud crack, and he lets out a fetid "Tuh!" of pain right into the paladin's face as your blow bruises his innards.
And my unarmed strike. 14.
However, your knuckles... You were going to say?
I just said 14.
All right, your knuckles slide across the greasy hide armor that dresses the bugbear.
Okay.
All right, Teb.
Teb's gonna move into the room behind Finn. Teb's gonna look around the room to see if there's anything in this room he could possibly use to help us out.
You see sacks and crates of clearly looted provisions piled up around the room. You see the steps that you just came up, and to the west you see a dark notch that seems to drop somewhere below, and you hear the roar of the waterfall from behind you. And then, of course, in front of Finn are the remnants, the hot coals of what had once been a large fire.
Okay. So can Teb try to throw some of those hot coals at our bugbear friend using Mage Hand?
Absolutely, you can.
Nice.
Okay. Maybe put him at disadvantage.
Sure. Is it like a distraction?
Yeah.
So, Mage Hand automatically, let's go ahead and have a acrobatics, because it's kind of a dexterous kind of thing that you're doing.
Acrobatics.
Funny.
Dex.
Nice roll.
Acrobatics. Okay, the coals flash up into Clark's face, and he lets out an annoyed roar as his huge bestial hand blocks the coals from striking him in his eyes. He roars at you. Ah! Go ahead and roll 1d3 for scorching damage.
It's
Roll a
coming.
dice 6 and we'll divide it. Yeah. All right. So not much damage, but I will put him at disadvantage for his next attack. Let's see. Minus
Really
1.
good. Really good thought, man.
Right on. Dice all.
I'm gonna sidestep and fire again.
The halfling lifts the bow to his ear, looses the arrow. The arrow sails out. Oh, narrowly missing Clark as he dances around in the scrub with the rest of the party. Anything else you want to do?
That's all I can do right now.
All right, Finn.
Come on. Oh, here it is.
Pulling out the big gun.
Oh boy.
Pulling out the big gun.
Side
I'm
note
going
to
to
those
toll
of you
the
out
dead.
there in Twitch land, several of these people, most of these people, are in my other games. In one of my games, most of them have this spell, Toll of the Dead.
It's the best
Probably, I
spell
didn't
in
pick
the
it up.
world.
And we use it all the time.
Could have,
Right.
but I
All
didn't.
The time.
Paladin
All the
swings
time.
his sword and then 6 Toll of the Deads after.
Oh.
Alright, wisdom saving throw for poor Clark. Here we go. Let's find it. And that is against a DC of 13. He has been damaged. Watch, it'll be low. And this is what they get when it's successful. Bong! Bong!
Look at that.
Bong!
Look at that.
Roll.
The sound echoes around the cave, jellifying and just pummeling the poor bugbear as he is almost driven to his knees under the crushing sound of your spell. Nicely done. Clark stands, blood oozing from his ears, his eyes runny and bloodshot, his face looking as though somebody has taken a cudgel to it. He looks around with that morning star, and in sheer annoyance, he swings at the paladin. He might be about to die, but he will not die alone. The morning star sails out. What's your armor class, paladin?
18.
And he narrowly misses, taking your nose clean off of your face. Paladin.
All right, this is it. Lord, do not. And actually, while I side note here, I'm looking at the Twitch stream, and our names are all messed up with our cameras. Weird.
Yeah.
We'll fix
Oh, yeah.
it. We'll fix it in the break. We'll fix it in the break.
Come on, big bucks, no whammies. There it is.
The
There it
longsword
is.
sails out and
So
punches
long.
into him.
Nope.
And here we go. We get a card. Ahem. And I quote: your enemy stands ruined before you, held up only until you reclaim your gore-stained weapon. And like a tree felled in the night, Clark drops to the ground, dead.
Very well done.
God, finally.
Good job, guys. Good job. That was a tough fight.
You'd think we'd be level 6 by now. I mean, after that fight,
You
12.
you would think, but
12.
you are not. 12.
15.
that's worth a shot.
It is not. Why won't it let me kill him?
Kill for a spell slot.
That's what we said the entire time. Why wouldn't it let us go in?
Right on, right on. Okay, it is now 6:30. We are halfway through our 3-hour session, so we are going to take a quick 10-minute break so we can visit the necessaries and drink some
Kool-Aid.
just the light iced tea, Kool-Aid, yeah, to refresh our throats, and then we will be right back, and we hope to see you when we return. Thank you.
So how do you burn virtual dice? Man, it has not been my weekend.
No. Hey, Charlie,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yes.
On OSB, if you click the those two audio icons, it'll shut down the audio for the stream while we're on.
Okay.
The little speakers to turn them red.
any cantrips?
I do.
Is it Toll the Dead?
Toll the Dead.
If you are watching, welcome back. We are waiting on Teb
Yeah.
for us to come on back. So
I'm sorry.
guys are just getting ready. They're probably going to go into a short rest before exploring the rest of the caves.
So yeah, John, I do have cantrips, but none of them are heals.
Got it. No. I for some reason I thought your Told the Dead for some reason was Johnny. I don't know why I thought that, but
Wish I had Toll the Dead.
I have Resistance, Sacred Flame, and Toll the Dead for my cantrips.
nice.
So I don't know how safe we are in this little alcove, but I would strongly recommend that we do some sort of rest.
Yeah, I'd also like to check out, see if there's anything beneficial for us immediately in this loop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looks like there's a bunch of stuff over here. Is there anything in this area that we could look at too? I mean, there's some beasts that we could have looted, but I doubt they have anything. These pools, anything like that.
All right. So let's go in order. So to the south, and to the side, it is clearly looted supplies that look as though they have been taken from passing caravans. You notice that they are all marked with the symbol of a blue lion rampant. Go ahead and make a history roll to see if you can determine
Ooh.
what merchant company.
All of us, or
Whoever's looking at the crates, yeah.
There it is.
Finn's
That's a good roll, Bill.
Finn's background is actually as a the guild artisan.
Okay.
I don't know, and
I will let you roll with advantage.
thank you. What am I
Bill,
rolling?
Got a nat 20.
yeah, Dyson got
There you go.
Dyson
Bill rolled
got
a
a
nat
nat
20, so
Indeed. All right, Dysol and Finn, you just didn't go ahead and roll. Dysol, you determined that the blue lion rampant is the symbol of the Lion Shield Coster, merchant company that, if history serves, if your memory serves, has a warehouse and trading operations in Phandelver. So quite possibly these were goods absconded from their caravans that are probably still expected down there. Looking at the sheer amount of product, of crates and whatnot, you realize it would take a couple of wagon loads. You would probably have to unload the wagon that you have and then come back a couple times to bring all this into town. Oh, welcome Mr. Wolf and Professor English Muffin. Welcome to to the Twitch stream. Everyone say hi.
Welcome.
names.
Hello.
How are you?
those are great.
Hello.
names.
Those are really good names.
Yeah. I do recognize Mr. Wolf. He is one of my players. And Dysol, he plays an excellent halfling swashbuckling road, or arcane trickster now. So, very excellent.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, so you have looked at the goods. You recognize that they have been stolen. You are still bleeding, battered, torn, scraped, bruised, and otherwise abraded and insulted. Do you want at this point to take a short rest?
Yeah, I would say that we need to,
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
and we can during short rests we can. Nope.
During short rest, only a
We can
work-
use a hit dice.
Yes, your first level, so basically you can roll your hit dice and gain that number of hit points.
So let's see. 1d10 is mine.
On your character sheet, you can actually just click on the word that says hit die.
Ah, look at that. 4. That's better than a kick in the pants.
How about you, Dysol? There we go. Very nice. Forrest,
The exact number I was missing.
I think Teb is in dire need of some hit points.
All right. So, with a short or a long rest, I do regain my breath damage back.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Very nice. Very nice, Teb. Look at that. You guys are loaded for bear. Okay, so I cleared up the map. However, you had 4 dead goblins up here. You have 3 up here, 3 down here. The bugbear and the mangy wolf carcass.
Well, I would like to do some investigations.
As would I.
Okay.
Go ahead, Chuck.
I think I will start over in this area.
Is anybody going to go back up here to investigate anything or the mobs? Does anybody want to? All right. I'm going to head down here and investigate this area as well.
Okay, we will start with Dysalt. Dysalt, what specifically are you searching for up there?
Searching the dead bodies and to see if there's anything that can tell us anything.
Okay, go ahead and give me that investigation roll. Teb, how about you? Are you investigating the pools or also searching the corpses?
Have you muted
Ted?
in case you...
Are you muted? You're muted, sir.
You're muted.
Ah, there we go. That's
Hey!
much better now. Hey! I'm going to
Now
check
we
the
can
pools.
hear.
Check the pools. Okay, go ahead and roll that. So we will start with Dysol and Teb. Teb, looking at the pools, you recognize that these are 2 artificial pools that are now drained. The rock faces that lead to the channel that flooded you out have been knocked loose, as though the goblins had prepared a trap, utilizing the natural features of the cavern. At one time, they probably held water 3 feet deep each. They are now just mere runnels, only inches deep, as the waterfall cascades and exits down the channel to the north. Dysalt, looting through the 3 goblin bodies, in addition to the rusty, jagged edge, crudely made scimitars, there are also equally crudely fashioned short bows. You find about 30 goblin short bow arrows, and you find a handful of copper coins, a couple of interesting bird bones, and some shiny pebbles. It's clear from what you find that they're not allowed to keep much wealth on themselves. For the copper coins, go ahead and roll 2d6 for me, please.
Dose.
Nice.
You find 12 copper coins.
Well, split it up evenly now.
All right. Finn.
Absolutely, I'll get that done.
Perfect. Finn, investigating the supplies and crates over here with your roll of a 17, you do find that tucked behind one of the crates you see a small iron-bound chest that is older, more battered, looks cast off. You are also
Nice.
pleased to see that there is no lock on the hasp.
I would like to open said chest.
All right, opening up the chest inside, you are thrilled to see the glint of the DM looking for a good sound effect. All right, a glint of gold, silver. The glint of silver. You see, it contains a large stack of copper coins, a pile of silver coins, maybe about a tenth, maybe a little bit more in volume as the copper pennies. You see 2 potions. The way they kind of glow with a slight aura and seem effervescent as you look through the clear glass, that strike you as probably potions of healing, and a small jade statuette of a frog that has tiny golden orbs for eyes. The frog is small enough to fit into a pocket or pouch.
I will pocket the statue and the potions of healing.
Okay.
And what?
Welcome,
What
Deltran.
currency
Nice to
was
see you here. And
How
just
much
so you
currency
know,
is here? I'm
we
sorry,
have no
yeah.
idea what we're doing. So
Where
we
am I?
apologize.
You're on a beach.
Right? Oh, and Teal coming back around. Yeah, looting through the boxes
let me.
and crates.
So, I didn't roll yet. Let me go ahead and do that to make
Okay.
it fair.
Yes, more supplies stolen from the Lion Shield Coster. It looks as though probably all these supplies came in one right after another, and from the dust and the limited amount of despoilment, they haven't been here very long. Maybe a week, maybe 10 days.
I was hoping that we could find some sort of healing potion in there, but
If only.
Aside from the other 2 healing potions that I just picked up.
oh, I didn't realize that you did. Very good. Who? Oh, we're all doing okay though.
Yeah. So there was some glint of silver and copper in the chest that I opened. How much was that? I'm sorry.
Do you sit down and count it during the short rest?
Yeah, I don't. I'm not getting any health back myself, so.
All right. Counting through the coinage in the chest, you find that there are 600 copper pennies and 110 silver bits.
Thank you.
Did we search the bugbear? I would
No,
like
I
to
don't believe that we
search
did.
the bugbear.
Well, you are standing, John, about where Clark the bugbear fell. Would you like that dubious honor?
I would if nobody minds.
I do not mind.
All right. Looting through Clark, other than the Morning Star and his smelly, oily, redolent hide armor, there is nothing of value on the Great Brute. And it dawns on you that the box that Finn has in his hands was probably the sum total wealth of Clark and this small band of goblins.
Can anybody use a morning star? We'll just pocket it with our loot. And you said he had hide armor on. Is it salvageable?
Other than the cuts and scorch marks and arrow holes that are in it, thanks to you guys, yeah, it is. But also keep in mind that it was made for a bugbear, and bugbear and goblinoid armor is crudely fashioned. It's hide armor because they took a dead wolf and like stitched it to a dead cow and let it dry hard, kind of thing. All right.
Pretty fancy.
Don't
The
forget,
look I was going to
though,
go for on Finn.
You're gonna take it.
No.
All right. Now, don't forget your original purpose for coming in here were to find Sildar Hallwinter and Grundon Rockseeker, and there were still places to go.
We need to get
Well-
across that bridge.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's the next course of action.
Shall we mount up?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Far ahead, guys.
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna roll stealth right here.
All right.
If
Whoops.
it will roll.
Wrong
Did it
wood.
not roll?
Wanted wooden bridge.
Is that the route we're all going to take? Stealth?
Well, I just didn't want to go near the bridge without it.
I mean, it has been, what, 4 hours?
All right. A 17 for your stealth. All right. Thank you. All right, you approach the rickety wooden bridge that spans the cavern that you came up. 20 feet overhead, below you, the water runs and gurgles placidly compared to the flood that nearly wiped you out earlier. The bridge, however, is crudely constructed of old ropes and salvaged rotten timbers. What would you like to do?
Are we gonna
hold our weight?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm wondering.
Test it out.
Why don't we put a rope around the halfling and let him cross it, and then once he gets to the other side, we can maybe use the rope to help support the bridge or secure the bridge. Or
All right.
is that what's the rest of the party say to that?
That sounds good.
It's fine.
All right, I take the hempen rope out of my explorer's pack and
I
Teal.
hand it back to him and I grab my silk rope.
Okay. Much lighter and much stronger.
Much
And I'll-
lighter and stronger.
I'll fashion it to myself and cross.
All right, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna hold on to the other end,
All right.
keeping the rope semi-taut as he goes.
All right.
Bracing for an accident that may happen. You know,
Okay. And who's crossing first?
I saw.
Yeah, me.
The halfling.
Okay. As you step out onto the water, you disappeared. I have to move you guys. Step out onto the water slick wood. You ever been on a rain-soaked dock that has like moss growing on it?
Yes,
Kinda
very
slick and
slick.
Yeah, it's very, very slick, but proceeding cautiously, you are able to make it to the other side, but the bridge does creak and moan threateningly underneath your slight weight.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do? Just go one at a time.
Yeah, that probably makes sense.
I'm going to.
Is
Is there a location for me to tie the rope off?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we tighten the rope on the one side and then I'll hold it tight on the other side, and we can use it as a
Tie it off on both sides.
Somewhat
walk on the rope.
You have pythons. You can drag pythons into either side, like here and here, and tie it off. They are part of your dungeoneering kits.
then yeah, let's do that, guys. So that we can use the rope to take some of the weight off the bridge.
Yeah, but I think it makes sense.
All right.
Just drive it to where the rope is maybe just a few inches above the bridge, so you have something to support.
Okay. Like an additional handrail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The tink, tink, tinking of your hammers may or may not be lost in the rush of water below. It's hard to tell because you're standing on top of both. Who knows? But after a few minutes of deft and confident work, you are able to drive a pair of pythons and secure that 50 feet of silken rope across the bridge. Now, if something does happen, I will give you an advantage to save. Alright, who proceeds next?
I'm probably going to be weighing one of the most. I think I should probably Kyle will say he's going to go last.
Can you move me off the bridge, Charlie?
Sure.
Thank you.
Why don't you go, Ted, and I'll follow after you, and then Tyler will go after me.
So,
Get out of the way.
Are you not able to
person-
move your token?
No,
I
it's,
cannot.
that's black zone to me.
Oh, because you can't see. Alright, yep.
I can't move my token at all, though.
Now try.
There, something weird is I can move on the bridge, but not nowhere else. Oh, I can move down there. Let me try and come around.
Hold on.
There we go. That's where I wanted to be anyhow.
Oh, doggone it. Here's step back one on me. Oops. There you go. Woohoo. There we go. Operator air. I forgot about the doors. DMs were human too. Alright. So Teb is going next.
I will cast resistance on each person as they cross.
Alright. Resistance. What does that do?
I did post it in chat, so
Resistance. A cantrip. One action, touch one willing creature. You touch one willing creature once before the spell ends. The target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one saving throw of its choice. It can roll the die before or after making the saving throw. The spell then ends. Kind of like a very specific bless. Very cool. Very cool.
if only I would have done that when you guys were trying to.
We have another viewer. Hi, I can't control it. Welcome. Everyone say hey.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
Okay,
Huzzah.
so you now all have resistance cast on you.
Each person gets it as they cross, so when they cross, they lose it because I then give it to the next person.
Gotcha. Alright. Move one beyond so you don't stand on the halfling.
All right. So how noisy is it over here? Very silent.
Over here, well,
Really?
it's still the rush of water below, the echo of wind whistling past that open mouth. I want you to pause there, though. Let me get everyone across, and then we'll move forward.
Yeah, I was just trying to create a little more space.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I appreciate that. Okay, who's going to proceed next? As Teb flits across the creaking wooden bridge, once or twice grabbing alarmingly onto that guide rope.
Yeah,
Ben, you wanna
I'll
go?
last? Go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
can cast resistance on myself too. so-
Okay. Excuse me while I move by you.
How much do you weigh, Teal?
270. 270.
As you reach the end of the bridge, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw with advantage, and also you may add the d4. Roll it again for your advantage,
Yep.
because you have that guide rope in place. Perfect. Would you like to roll that d4
I would.
from the resistance? For the resistance, yeah. Go ahead. A 15. You feel your feet begin to give out from underneath you on the moss-slickened wood. However, you gain purchase on the ledge at the last moment and step clear of the construction.
Very good.
All right, who's
I'm-
next? Oh, go ahead.
I'm just gonna grab the end of the rope on my side, just in case something snaps or something breaks. I can tug Finn up if I need to.
Alrighty. Hey there, Yosefa. Welcome. It's,
Hello.
How are you?
Yosef saw 7. Nice to see you. Okay, who's going next across the rickety wooden bridge?
You're going last, Finn?
Yeah, I'm going
Okay,
last.
I'm gonna go.
All right. How much do you weigh, John?
I put down 200.
Okay. The bridge.
But he's a monk, so it's really like 100, right?
Right, he leaves no trace. The bridge creaks and groans underneath your featherlight steps, and you are able to make the ledge without incident. And last, we have Finn.
Yep. I am clocking in at 172 pounds.
Okay. Go ahead and move across. And without incident, you make it to the other side of the bridge.
All right. I'm gonna, unless anybody has any objections, Teal would like to move forward to get to the front of the line.
By all
Okay.
means, sir.
And Jahan will roll stealth.
Ditto.
I suppose maybe we all should, just in case.
Yep. Okay. Anyone else trying to stealth up?
Or I will do it just for the group's sake, but
No. As everyone begins to move silently, slinking and disappearing into the shadows, Finn stubs his toe, kicks a rock with a loud crack, lets out an imprecation, and everybody turns and does the shh. But at that point, you hear that familiar scuttling voice of goblins. And then you see in the cave to the southwest a bunch of goblins in the fitful firelight. And with that, alrighty. Teal, you hear the shouts of goblins coming from ahead of you from the large goblin den. Let me read the description so you know where you're fighting. The large cave is divided in half by a 10-foot high escarpment. A steep natural staircase leads from the lower portion to the upper ledge. The air is hazy with the smoke of a cooking fire and the pungent smell from the poorly cured hides and unwashed goblins. Ugh. All right, Teal, what would you like to do? You see goblins moving. They are armed and accoutred for battle. Dice all. I'm in the shadows. I'm in the shadows.
Well, I am going to move up. I don't know that I have anything that can... I do have a javelin.
Didn't you say you got your breath weapon back?
I did.
Okay. Just curious.
I can actually get to him. Oh boy, there's a bunch of them. Yeah. I think I might want to use that breath weapon right now. Can you want to throw up that rectangle again for me, or tell me how I can do it?
Absolutely. So if you go into the journal, below where the characters are, at the bottom will be a item that says Area Effect Templates.
Yep.
And for those of you that are watching that don't have this, it is something you can purchase in the Roll20 Marketplace for like $4. Totally worth it. Your players can control it and use it, and it's transparent so you can continue the battle. So yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, so I do blue and I do square. Is that what you did?
Yeah, blue wall 5x30.
Oh, blue wall at 5x30. 5 foot. I don't see the 5 foot by 30. Will you mind just doing it for the sake of...
It's 30 by 5.
30 by 5, sorry.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you. Alright, I am going to use my breath weapon again and try and get as many of these guys as I can. Like I can get 3 of them.
Alrighty. Welcome, Bloodluster. Just so nobody's confused, TL here is actually Dragonborn. So when we say a Twitch experiment, he'll be a Dragonborn next week. Alright, so the lightning leaps from your gaping maw, and that is a dex saving throw for my poor little goblins. First one. And that was a DC 13 on that, correct?
I believe so, yes.
The second one. And is that for half damage or to avoid all damage?
Give me a second to get it back into the... I'll post it in the chat, but I believe... Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Successful and the damage is increased half as much with the successful.
Oh. Guess what?
They all are successful.
They are
They still
all
take damage.
successful. Yeah,
So
they
they
still
still
take damage.
2d6.
Just roll twice as much damage.
Roll a 12.
Oh my goodness! You vomit forth the coruscating line of pulsating blue energy, and it almost cooks the three of them right down to so many cinders. Standing there, their hair fried and standing on end, their eyes bulging, smoke issuing from any orifice in their head, ears, eyes, nose, mouth. They all look as though they would much rather be anywhere but here. They are barely hanging on to life. Do you have anything else you would like to do, Dragonborn?
No, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that was enough, you. All right, John.
Five, 6, 7. I am going to take a shot at this one with my... Can I get to him? Or no, Charlie?
How far did you just move?
35. I have 35.
Then yes, you can. That is your
Okay.
full movement.
No,
plus a
no,
combat.
I'm saying the quarterstaff. Can I hit him there?
Oh
where
yeah,
where we are?
you can hit diagonal. Absolutely.
All right. I'm going to take a shot with my quarterstaff.
Well, unfortunately, you don't have the room as you hug the cliff wall, and your quarterstaff smacks uselessly against the stone. Do you have anything else you would like to do?
My unarmed strike.
All right. You attempt to slap the little guy. Reaching out, you smack the goblin, bashing his head into the stone. Roll the damage.
5 points.
Nearly braining the little blighter, and he lets out a meep of surprise, shock, and pain. Teb.
Teb's going to move towards the mouth of the room. I think I can get to about here.
All right.
Looking into the room, is there anything I can see that might environmentally be able to help us?
With like mage hand again.
Either that or even thaumaturgy. Is there, like, you said there was a ledge.
Yes.
Can I possibly make that rumble and...
You see on the south side, yeah, you could make it rumble and shake as per the description in thaumaturgy. However,
But
it's
it's not
obviously
gonna do
not
anything.
it's not gonna come down. But maybe goblins not being the brightest fellows in the bunch, might panic. Never know. Worth a shot. So if that's what you want to do, then what we would do is translate it into an intimidation roll.
Okay, let's go with that.
All right. So you point your hands and you speak words of power, simulating an earthquake in that ledge, and the rocks begin to shake and rumble and clatter. If the sound effect will play. Whatever. All right. It shakes. You hear a voice up top, and he tries to resist you. All right, you hear a goblin voice from coming down the escarpment. Ah! Oh no! Oh, crikey! Ah! Hang on, fellers! All right. Anything else you would like to do, Ted?
No, that's all we got.
Okay. You sound so sad. All right, the goblin standing next to you. John attempts to hit you with his scimitar. Blood leaking out of his bruised head. However, granted cover by the edge of the rock face, he completely misses you. You hear a weakened human voice coming from somewhere to the south. Help! Help, I say! Help! Everybody make a perception roll. Ooh. Finn and John, you recognize that voice as none other than Sildar Hallwinter, the bodyguard that left with Grundon Rockseeker. Why is Grundon not shouting for help? Is he unconscious? Dead? Not even here? Only time will tell.
Dun, dun, dun. Sorry.
Wait for the cues, Finn. Wait for the cues. Okay! Dysel!
Haha.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna move. To here.
Okay.
Take aim and go for that one.
Alright. Nice! The halfling lifts the shortbow to his ear. Let's fly with that arrow. And it perforates the goblin. Go ahead and roll damage. Ooh. Guess what you get? A card.
Nice.
In flight, the missile drones as if uttering a prayer, the last rites for the poor, unfortunate soul that stands in its path. And like that, the goblin is knocked straight onto his keister and expires noisily on the floor.
Shot.
Alright, anything else you'd like to do, Halfling?
That is all.
That's enough. Alright, of course, the next goblin in the turn order is the one you just killed.
Nice.
Alright. Alright, the goblin, still a smoking ruin from that vomit of lightning from the Dragonborn, pulls his own shortbow out, and he offers answering fire at the paladin. The arrow sails out, completely missing you and exploding uselessly on the escarpment to the south. Up top, Paladin, you can see the goblin who is frightened from that earth rumble from the thaumaturgy moments ago, runs up to Sildar and grabs him by the hair and pulls a knife out and acts as though he's going to threaten him as he watches the ensuing chaos below. The wolf is not actually in the battle. Okay, this goblin takes a step, aims at you, John, with the shortbow, black fletching, the arrow flies, and it punches you, catching you for 4 points of piercing damage. Red blood begins to flow from the bloody wound in your shoulder. Finn, what would you like to do?
Oh, sorry. I'm
Dash. Use your dash
Dave.
move.
I am going to be moving here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I will hold the dead
Bong.
on this gentleman right here.
Alrighty, Toll of the Dead. So that is a DC 13 Constitution save on my end.
I will go ahead and plug it into that here.
Ooh, however, he still takes, no, it's save for all, correct?
Save for all, yeah, all or nothing.
The lightning burned out his eardrums, and while the sound explodes through the chasm, he does not respond now that he has been deafened.
That's it, that's me.
Alright. The goblin next to him cocks that shortbow back to his ear and points at the paladin. The arrow flies. This arrow, like the other before, bedding itself into the escarpment to your side. Tial, we are back around to you, sir.
Okay. Kyle will. I'm gonna move forward and engage this one here.
Alrighty.
Good
The
hit.
longsword cleaves out. Go ahead and roll damage. And guess what you get?
A card.
A card! Although your foe
Nice.
fights
A new
back with a
card.
flurry of desperate blows, you bat each one aside and decisively cut the goblin down.
Hey.
Huzzah!
Alright, let's kill the little fellow. Alrighty. Jean, go ahead.
Unarmed strike first.
You reach out and try to slap the goblin's head against the rock wall again. This time, however, he's ready for you and slips oily out of reach.
Quarterstaff.
Alright. Right into your oncoming quarterstaff that bonks into him. And guess what you get?
A card.
A
Yeah.
card. Your fierce swing ends in a resounding crack. It's a sound you can be proud of. The goblin drops dead.
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
And I am going to move to here.
Alrighty. Teb, we're back round to you.
All right, Teb's gonna see what happened to Silvergar over here, and he's gonna look up in the air and ask his goddess to help him out, and lands a firebolt across the room.
Praying to the goddess, and then you throw that firebolt. And which one were you
Nice.
chucking it at?
The one that's next to Silvergar.
Oh, to Sildar Hallwinter?
Yeah, this one up here on him.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll
Very
that
good.
damage.
Big hit.
Nice hit.
Nice.
Ooh, the fire leaps from your fingertips and explodes all over the goblin, and he lets out a scream of pain as fire leaps up his body and catches his leather armor and hair alight. He drops the knife and begins pounding at himself, twisting and screaming in terror. And for those watching you out there in Twitch land, he's actually supposed to have a few more hit points than that, but that was a pretty good hit. Alrighty, anything else, Tep?
That's it.
Nicely done. This
Very
is
good.
an ex-goblin. Sildar, laying there on the ground in the glowing firelight of the cooking off goblin, Sildar's like, looks over the edge. My friends, please rescue me. Oh, please, hurry. Dysol.
How does it? All right, I'm gonna scoot forward. If I can. Aha! Now I can see people. I'm gonna take aim at this fella right here.
The goblin on fire.
Ah, true. Goblin on fire.
He's easy to hit now.
Easy target.
Mhm.
Plus, he's a threat to our friend.
Ah, yes.
The bird agrees.
The bird's on our side.
You have pleased the bird. Yes, kill that one, the bird says.
Unfortunately, he's flailing and jumping around so much, your arrow goes wide and explodes uselessly against the stalagmite on the upper level of the escarpment. Anything else you would like to do, Dysol?
No, that is all.
Alright. Also a dead goblin. Alright. Yimik is beating at the flames, putting himself out, but who would like the courtesy of rolling a die 6?
Who's been rolling good tonight?
I think it should be Tab. You rolled
Yep.
the firebolt.
Have you forgotten the last fight?
He did roll the fire.
All right, we'll give it a shot.
D6, D6.
Big bucks, no whammies. Not bad.
Better than
There you
average.
go.
And with a scream, Yemek the goblin boss pirouettes, falls off of the escarpment, and there is a sickening crack as he breaks his neck. However, the flames do go out in the dust.
Very good.
Alright, we will get rid of Yemek. And for those of you watching out there in Twitchland, yes, I know Firebolt does not do sustaining damage. Rules is fun, people. Rules is fun. Alright. The last goblin looks around, looks at his very wounded buddy, drops his bow, and backs up against the wall. His hands out.
Ah, no kill! I'm so sorry! Let me go, let me go! I am so sorry!
Alright, Finn.
I will, move forward to the apologizing.
Accept the
goblin
apology.
Let him go to the afterlife.
and toll the dead.
Alright. Here comes that check. Wisdom check against your DC 13. Wisdom check out.
There's just this
Oh!
light in Charlie's eye when he hears Toll the Dead. You just see it come out.
Bong!
Yeah.
Bong!
Yeah.
Bong! As though he is beaten with a 5-foot hammer of sound, the goblin drops, crunched, juicy, and messy, into the scree at the back of the cave wall.
Nice.
Very good.
Alright, goblin. The last goblin, seeing what you have done, throws down his short bow and raises his hands and says,
No fight! Me no fight! Me no fight! Surrender! Surrender! No kill! No kill!
and with that, you have defeated the goblins. Oh, you have a vote from Twitchland to kill the poor low. goblin.
Amen.
Does he live or
Agreed.
die?
That is just dark. Alright. Live or die. Let's see your show of thumbs, players.
Now, Jahan is
I'm a
neutral
paladin,
good.
so I don't know that I would go ahead and tie up.
They
Kyle-
did try to kill me and us. So
You don't need to justify it. I'll take care of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll turn around.
I tell him that he has reprieve from me, but good luck with the others.
Sounds good.
Yeah, good. He's just gonna be a pain later on.
Alright.
Should we see? Yeah, should we see what Twitchland says?
I'm asking. I don't know if our viewers have stayed with us for the full 3 hours. Press the goblin for information, says
It's a very good idea.
Mr. M. Wolf.
That's
Thank
a
you.
Great idea.
All
That
right.
was a great idea. I will.
I'm waiting
hog
for
tie him.
Mr. M. Wolf
Well,
to
yeah,
say
that's
press
right.
him for information by removing his fingernails, but hey,
Eb's gonna move forward.
Okay. Then kill him. Okay, yeah. Alright, the goblin is cowering, completely trying to be as small and non-threatening as he positively can.
While we're doing that, I am going to. Is Sildin tied
Sildar.
up? Sildar?
Sildar is sitting up, but he is bound. You can tell by the numerous bruises, cuts, and contusions that adorn his face and body, and the disheveled, dirty appearance. Even though he has only been here for maybe a day or two, they have really worked him over, bringing him almost to the edge of death letting him recuperate a tiny bit, and then beating him down. But he is absolutely overjoyed, as much as he is able, considering his condition, to see the 5 of you.
I cut his. I'm gonna cut the binds.
Oh, thank you so much, John. Thank you. Oh, I was hoping that you would see the horses and follow in our footsteps. I knew Grundon was wise to hire the lot of you. You seemed like solid and capable adventurers.
I'm glad you're alive, but where is Gundren?
Oh, Gundren was brought here. We were separated from our belongings and our weapons, and he was dragged out of here to some place that they called Cragmaw Castle. Where it lies, I don't know, but I know he was taken there.
All right.
I
Hearing
looked at the
this,
Let's see what our cowering goblin has to say.
Sildar grabs your sleeve as you go to walk away, and he says, Wait. The goblins here have a chieftain by the name of Clog, a big, nasty bugbear. Have you dealt with him? Otherwise, I think you should attend to that as soon as possible.
Dead.
Yeah, we met him.
Yeah.
Him. He's
And he's met his end.
That one there, I don't know if he's going to give you any information. I do have things that I can tell you that may be of use if we are going to attempt to rescue Gundren.
Okay.
Oh, he doesn't need to provide much information.
Let's see if he knows anything, and then if not, then
All right.
I can roll an intimidation to help loosen his tongue.
You have advantage.
that's pretty high.
Yeah, you have advantage on the intimidation.
All right. Oh my god.
For some reason, the goblin just is staring at your nostrils as you try to be threatening, and you're like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah," and he's just looking, and then he lets out a little tiny giggle. And you realize he's looking at a big old bogey right up your nose.
Jeez
Tab-
Louise.
Teb's gonna make his voice boom.
With
Stop his,
thaumaturgy. All right, you
yes.
may attempt to intimidate with advantage as well. Or if you guys want to
Okay.
loam up, you can have advantage without the spell.
I'll use intimidation. But I don't think I need it.
There we
That-
go.
Nat 20.
Right on. Okay, so Dysol the Halfling steps forward as before the last time we played and just glowers at the goblin, who immediately looks and he's like,
What do you want to know?
To keep.
Yeah, what's going on in the keep? What do you know?
Where is the keep?
Yeah, that'll work too.
I am looking to see what the goblins know. What do the goblins... There we go.
Cragmar Castle is it's like that way, kind of north, going up the coast, but in the mountains. So not. It's kind of east, but it's up in the forest, up in the southern part of the Neverwinter Wood. Kind of more west than east if you're looking at the wood, but more east and west if you're on the coast. You know what I mean?
Got it.
I do know that fat bloated dwarf that stunk like mining supplies. Clog, a boss, and I'm assuming that Clog has met a nasty grisly end. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't be standing here bold as daylight, threatening poor little old me, Grimcrack. So, anyway, I know Clog got orders from King Gruel, from somebody called the Black Spider, to ambush Gundren for some important reason, and to deliver him to Cragmaw Castle as soon as possible. Other than that, I don't know what I can tell you. Can I please go? Please?
I'm going to step aside to be no part of this grisly fate.
Absolutely. Oh.
And the short bow shot straight to the ear with advantage, waiting for Roll20 to look. Punches right through poor Grimcrack's ear, leaving a large hole. The other crossbow bolt pins him by his leather armor back to the rock wall where he is cringing, and he's like,
I get it. You can kill me. Come on. Come on. Yeah, don't you need to leave one alive to tell the story?
My God, this is the luckiest goblin on the planet.
All right.
ah! The magic explodes above his head, fire splashing down all over him, and he covers his head and he's like,
Ah, hell's balls. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, my gosh.
you are a dirty bunch of
I was gonna
Alright.
say,
Well,
I was gonna say, Charlie, before he rolled Toll the Dead, what is it that you're not telling us? Is there anything else?
He's like,
No, I swear to God, I'm telling you everything. I mean, why wouldn't I? You're just gonna kill me.
and then that sound goes, bong, bong, bong. And poor Grimcrack looks at you and his eyes roll back in his head, and as the body goes slack, pummeled by your sonic attack, he lifts one little arthritic goblin chicken foot finger, and then he expires. A bunch of bastards.
The Twitch comments are pretty funny.
Right? What a jerk. I was gonna say let him live, but now kill this little guy. Thank you, Deltran.
Mr. Wolf asked if we tried a wet noodle.
Right? He did. Yeah, he asked for it. He asked for it. These are good players, I think.
If only I had a spell slot, I would have done something else, but I was out.
All right. So Sildar is sitting up, and he's quaffing some water, rubbing his chafed wrists, and once you're done basically obliterating Grimcrack, the obligatory sacrificial goblin, he looks down and he says, thank you. I very much wanted to do the same to the little bastard. He had a thing for sticks. Ugh. He's like, so I don't know if you know this, but I believe the reason that Gundren was taken is the Rockseeker brothers actually discovered the entrance to the long-lost Wave Echo Cave. And if that information got out, that would be of great value to a number of interests. I know that the bugbear, Clog, that you were talking about with him, was sent word from King, whatever his name is, by someone called the Black Spider. Who that is, I don't know, but the name sounds very, very ominous. I know Gundren was carrying a map that showed the entrance to Wave Echo Cave. He let me espy a peek of it. I couldn't tell you where it is now. My head has been knocked about so much in the last day or two. But that would be why they went after him, and that was probably sent with him to Craigma Castle. And then he says, on our way to Phandelver, I have a contact there, a wizard by the name of Iano Albrecht. I was ordered to investigate what happened to Iano due to some associations that he and I have, for no one has heard word of him for 2 months, and that, if you are going to go after Gundren, then I may ask that you would help me see what happened to Iano as well. But other than that, please, if we are done here, can you take me back to Phandelver?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. How far is Phandelver from here?
Phandelver, from where you are in the Craigma hideout, is not very far. It's maybe half a day, 25 miles or so. good day. Force March with the on the trail with the ox wagon. You could probably make it a little after nightfall.
Selden, there's also some provisions in the eastern,
search this room?
southeastern
Go ahead.
area. From what was the name of that?
The Lion Shield Coster.
Lion Shield Coster.
Yes.
There's, I think, too much for us to take on the ox on our wagon.
Well, our wagon's already loaded down. So
Yeah,
we probably have
so-
to send someone back.
Well, technically, it's his wagon.
Well, yeah. Do you know anyone from the Lion Shield Coster?
Not personally, but one would assume if there is the Coster, we were taking supplies to Barthen's provisions, the wagons should probably be somewhat available. There are miners about Phandelver as well that may have equipment that they would lend us or rent to us for the purpose of retrieving this. Or the Coster, if we told them we knew where their missing provisions were, might be willing to supply them if we let them near. I don't see that as being a problem. Searching through the room, Teb,
Yeah.
you find that on the burnt goblin, there is a charred and brittle small leather pouch. Opening it up, you find 3 gold teeth. You find 15 silver pieces, and that is it. And Sildar looks down at you, looking at the teeth in your hand, and he kind of winces, and he's like, "Those were taken from Grundon's head." Have a good night, Marty. Thank you for joining us, brother.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Tickling the next hapless foe.
Well, I think we have 2 options here. One, we could rest here for the night and set out in the morning, or, as you mentioned, we still have time enough in the day to be able to reach Phandelver by nightfall.
I think my vote is to head out, not stay here. Who knows if there's
Don't
a
forget, you
patrol
do have
that's
a
come.
wagon full of supplies and a pair of oxen
True.
tied up on a side road
That is
5
true.
miles away.
Should we head back to the cart and maybe rest there, set up camp there, or
Let the caster sleep on the wagon for a nice long rest.
Right. Is that what you...
Once I haven't had any spells for the last 5 encounters.
Yeah. I'm game.
All right,
I'm
so
game for whatever.
the party wants to leave Craigmaw Hideout and head back to... All right.
Head back to our cart.
Yeah.
You come out of the woods down the trail. Now I'll move you back to the place of the original ambush. Whoops. There we go. Sildar is in tow with you. You head north up to your wagon, unhitch it, and then that puts you back out on the road.
On the road.
And then you are here. Phandelver is to the south. Here, I'm going to give you some new information for your map. Okay, I'm going to turn down that really loud hero music. And is at this point that, having vanquished the goblins, the wolves, and Clarg the bugbear, that you earned 275 experience points. You are
Hey.
now 2nd level.
yay?
Hey.
Okay, the rest of the day progresses, late afternoon, early evening, the sun begins to sink down the road behind you to the west, slowly slipping into the waves as tired, battered, bruised, scratched, and otherwise just beat senseless, you come rolling in to Phandelver. And let me double check that this doesn't have some ridiculous dynamic lighting on it. It does not. You should be able to see everything.
Yep.
Correct.
Perfect. As you approach, Sildar points ahead to the left and he says, "There is Bothan's there."
Good. And that's where we have to bring the cart, right? With all the
that's where we
provisions to
need
get paid.
Correct.
download the-
Correct.
Okay.
So we can get our 10 gold.
So we lead the cart to Barthen's provisions.
All right. As you roll up, you can see that a kindly-looking older human gentleman is busy, like, shuttering the windows outside. He is assisted by two teenage young men, and he turns around and he looks at the wagon quizzically, and he looks at all of you, and I say, are you Gundren Rockseeker's provisions? Are you the ones who are to bring it in to me?
That is true. That is us.
We are.
Well met. I am Elmar Barthen, and these are my assistants. I don't need to worry about them. But, where's Grundren? I was expecting him at least 2 days ago. Did he go on to his digs? I'm quite surprised he's not here.
He seemed to have ran afoul with some goblins, unfortunately, and has been drug off to some unknown location. I'm Ilphinius, and these are my assistants with me.
Well met, Ilphinius. You may call me Elmar. Well, per the provisos of the contract I had with him, I believe I owe you 10 gold coin each. Is that not correct?
Indeed.
Well, he looks around and he says, Ander, Thistle, open the warehouse doors into the stable. We have a wagon to unload. If you will drive the oxen and cart into the warehouse, I will go and collect your coin. And wait a moment, I do want to have words with you. And he disappears inside of the large general store, and they drag the wagon in, and the two young men start unloading all the supplies. Elmar comes out with a jingling coin purse, and he counts out 10 shiny, newly minted coins to each of you. And he says, "Now, what's this you say about goblins? He was accosted by goblins," and he looks over as though noticing Sildar for the first time. And he's like, "Good God, man, what happened to you?" And Sildar kind of says, "Goblins?"
Goblin. Indeed, yes. He was ambushed near the Tribor Trail on the way here, and taken prisoner, accosted for a day or two. As you can see, he has barely made it out alive. We were able to rescue him. Had to dispatch a bugbear, some wolves, and several goblins along the way.
Well, we believe that Gundren has been taken to Cragmaw Keep.
Cragmaw Keep, I'm afraid I don't know the place. But this is indeed dire news. Such was the import of his discovery. Were the wrong people to learn of it, all manner of ill-fated misdeed and doom could come. This is indeed sad. I understand that you are tired and probably in need of a meal and rest, but do you have plans to effect a rescue, if possible?
Absolutely.
Yes.
That is our plan.
Most excellent, most excellent. Might I suggest that you seek rooms at the Stonehill Inn? It is one of the better. Well, it's the only good place here in town. I wouldn't go to the other tap room. Just no, not a good place. Not a good place at all. But take your rest, sup, and then come and see me in the morning before you decide to head out. Perhaps you might need some resupply or things of that nature.
Definitely.
Will do. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir,
much.
Sir Barthen, I have one question before you take your leave. Where can I find the location of the Lion Shield Coster? Are they in town?
Oh, indeed. The Lion Shield Costa is actually on the south side of the town square. And your humble DM will indicate it. And he points to a large building that you can see in the south.
Okay.
Right here. Unfortunately, it has been closed down for the evening, and you might have to wait for Lenine to come back in the morning.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Nice job remembering that.
Okay. Would you like to go to the Stonehill Inn and get bedded down for the night?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. As we come into closing out for the evening, let's see if I can find that soundscape for that. Yeah, whatever. It's an inn. Alright. You enter into the Stonehill Inn, and there are a few locals, some grubby miners, supping and drinking frothing tankards of ale. The smell of cooked meat, fresh baked bread, it seems clean, well taken care of. The staff are attentive, and a young man, red-cheeked and happy, comes up, and he takes one look at you, and his eyes kind of get wide, and he's, "Oh, I say, trouble on the road, was it? Brigands? Monsters? A dragon?" Wink, wink.
All of the above.
"Oh, Lord. Come inside. Have a seat." So, in the inn is large, newly built, fieldstone and rough-hewn timbers. The common room is filled with locals nursing mugs of ale or cider, and all of them are kind of eyeing you curiously. Alright, so you take a seat at a table, and Toblin looks at you and says, "I have on offer this night, besides glasses of fine wine from Neverwinter. They are about..." I slipped twice. They're about silver piece per glass. Ale is much cheaper, 2 copper for a big frothing tankard. And for dinner, I happen to have actual beefsteaks, fried tomatoes. I have wheels of cheese, fresh baked bread, roasted potatoes, and we do actually have an apple duff for dessert. All of that you can have for 5 silver.
Yes, I will
That
take
sounds
all
delicious.
of that.
All right, he counts it out. Go ahead and deduct the 5 silver from your wealth.
And
I
I
will take it out of the total
Okay.
Okie doke.
to the group. Yep.
Okay. And he brings you your food. Sildar very happily, noisily tucks in. And you guys have a marvelous meal as you listen to the rumors around you. And before we sign off for the night, everybody give me a perception roll.
Are you how?
How?
Jesus.
double ones.
Oh.
on. This is perception, you say?
All right.
I don't know why I was rolling with advantage.
Special with that.
How is that possible?
All right.
That happened 3 times.
Finn.
Yeah.
Your ears perk up as you're in the inn, noisily noshing on the bread and beefsteak, fried tomatoes, roasted potatoes, the big lumps of good stinky cheese, taking huge quaffs of your frothy ale, and you overhear the innkeeper's wife muttering to another woman who is there with her husband. Throughout Trent Dendra, a local woodcarver stood up to the Red Brands 10 days ago when they came by his shop and leered at his wife. She looks around. The ruffians murdered him. Several townfolk saw it happen. The Red Brands grabbed his body, and now his wife, daughter, and son have gone missing too. Oh, wrong one!
Oh,
There we go.
so-
And
that's
with
pretty
that-
bad for them.
Yeah.
For
and-
him, it was kind of wah
Yeah,
wah wah.
wah, wah, wah. He
For
lost his
him,
family.
yeah. All right, and I think with that, we will draw to a close for the week. We will be here next week, 5 p.m. PST, the Lost Mines
After.
of Phandelver, a Twitch experiment. All right, you guys have
Same
fun?
bad channel. Yeah.
Had a blast.
Very much
Absolutely.
Had a blast.
All
Thank
right.
you all.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
everyone for
everybody.
watching, and thank you guys.
for
I'll see you
watching
next week.
us.
Okay,
See you guys.
Great night.
all right, bye.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Are we leveling
clear.
up in the